maybe they've never been to a home party, they've never been to a hotel meeting, and the first time they're even finding out about our industry is through the internet. And if you don't teach those people properly about the industry, they're definitely going to be dead in the water. Okay? So we want to address a lot of these issues, and our goal is that by the end of this webinar, you will no longer feel overwhelmed. That whole concept of information overload, we're gonna cure that for you after this 50 minutes. Okay? You're not going to have any more confusion, and hopefully you'll be able to let go of a lot of the frustrations that you've been experiencing if you've been trying to integrate internet marketing into your business. And Brian, I'm just going to whip through a lot of these slides and just kind of keep going. So I'll take some pauses and just jump in there and throw in your 2 cents, because I know you've got a lot of experience and information on this topic as well. Both of us have been working with literally thousands of networkers around the world. So here's what we're going to cover over the next 60 minutes here. First of all, we're going to start out, we're going to talk about the power of the internet, okay? The title of this webinar is "The Internet is Killing Your Network Marketing Business." Okay, now, we use that title to get some attention, and it worked, because we got almost 2,200 people registered for this webinar, okay? So that's just a little bit of creative marketing. But just so you guys are all clear, we are internet marketers. We love the internet. The internet is not going anywhere, and the internet has some incredible leverage, some incredible power that you can use to build your network marketing business in ways that you could have never imagined. Okay, so we're going to start off by talking about the benefits and the power of the internet, and also talk about the proper place of the internet in your network marketing business, because I think that's the most important thing. Then we're going to talk about some of the dangers of the internet. And let me tell you, there are some big dangers. Some big dangers that are going to waste your time, and they're going to waste your money. Okay, and we want to talk about a few of those, because we want to make sure that you don't make the mistakes that honestly the majority of network marketers are making online. Okay, after that, we're actually going to lay out the 5 rules of success in network marketing online, and these are going to be, pretty much you've heard these before. These are going to be really the pillars of building a network marketing business, and so we'll touch on that, and then we'll finally end off with a simplified online attraction marketing model. We're going to clear out all the noise, all the misinformation, all the noise, all the hype, all the stuff that's out there that's trying to take your attention and trying to take your money. We're going to clear all that out and give you a really simplified online attraction marketing model, the 5-step process that we've laid out, and this is exactly what every one of you should be following, and you'll be able to see where you're at in the process, because some of you are going to be at different levels. Okay, it's really going to help you to eliminate a lot of the frustration, a lot of the confusion, a lot of the noise out there, and keep you glued to a very simple strategic plan so you can move forward and achieve your goals. All right, so let's get started. Let's talk about the power of the internet. And this blows me away, because if you guys have been on our website, if you guys have been in the community at all, you've seen some of the stories that have come out of our community. And it's been absolutely incredible. We launched MLSP in September of 2008, and now over 2.5 years ago. And it's been an absolutely incredible ride. And the thing that's blown my mind, and really, I mean, we just got another story in my Facebook message, got private message by a young gentleman, 21 years old, who quit his minimum wage job, and he's working full-time from home right now. And his story just blew my mind. It was just incredible. And we get these stories all the time, and I love it. And it's all because of the internet. So the fact of the matter is, the results don't lie. The internet works. The internet works, and it can help you make money, generate leads, and build your marketing business. Our MLSP members have generated over 1.1 million leads over the last couple of years, and that number is increasing every single day. Okay, so that's exciting. And these are global leads. These are targeted leads. These are not some sort of biz-off leads that don't even know who you are. These are specific, targeted, high-quality leads that are opting in to a website because they want more information from you, from our member. Okay, very high-quality leads. If you were to pay for that type of a lead, it would literally be somewhere in the range of $10 to $20 per lead. Because remember, they're personalized to you, okay? Very specific, targeted leads. Ourselves, MLSP, we've paid out nearly $3 million in affiliate commissions over the last 2 years. Blows my mind. It's awesome. It's incredible. That's money that we put back into network marketers' pockets so they can reinvest it back into their business. But the really cool thing, and this is the first time I actually thought about this, Brian, and think about this, we paid out nearly $3 million in affiliate commissions. That's only one of 10, at least 10 income streams that our members are marketing through our system. That doesn't include all the money that they've made through Magnetic Sponsoring affiliates, AWeber affiliates, GetResponse affiliates, GoDaddy, and their primary business. When I think about the amount of money, the amount of sales, the amount of revenue that we've been able to assist those other companies and all those primary companies, those MLM companies that our members are part of, you could literally, I mean, we've probably assisted in helping other people, other companies generate well over $30 million in revenue, at least. And I think I'm totally underestimating that. And all of that is a result of the internet marketing strategies that we teach. So the results don't lie. We know that the internet works, okay? But there are some dangers, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, if you want a little bit more information on this stuff, just go to those links there, mlsp.com/results and mlsp.com/leadership. You can scroll through all the testimonials there, and honestly, that's just a handful of testimonials that we picked out. You can watch some of the videos from some of the leaders in our community. Just get to know what we're all about if you're not a member, if you're just new to the community. Okay.
Just here real quick, because this is the exciting part for me. That when you take a step back and you're like, wow, we've been able to help really networkers stay in the game with $3 million back in their pockets. It allowed a lot of people, I know for a fact because I was one of them, be able to stay in the game long enough to start making some money. And over the last 3 years, it's really been, our system, we tried to make it as simple as possible, but up until about, really the beginning of this year, it's been technical. To come online and embrace attraction marketing, we hadn't really cracked the code, well, at least in my opinion, because there was a lot of, hosting this and web, HTML that, and really, doing a lot of the technical stuff that's going to hold people back. We had that in our system, and yet we were still able to give away, really help a ton of network marketers. And this webinar, over the next 3 years, that number is going to be so insignificant, because we're basically, with this webinar, I hope everyone's paying attention, because we're going to take everything that's held anyone back in this industry when they try and come online. We're taking it out of the equation. And it's just when you try and grasp where this system, where our members are going to be over the next 3 or 4 years, because not everyone's able to go to SEO hosting or host websites and HTML and XP, all this stuff that takes a lot of time to understand. It's not even in there anymore, man. And it's just an exciting idea that where everyone's going to be over the next couple of years without all
that's a huge
stuff. Yeah, we want that.
Yeah, Brian, that's a huge point. Absolutely. I mean, there's, I can't tell you how many members that have gone through our system where, they got stuck in the technical process of setting it up. I mean, we used to have the 10-step getting started process, which when we created it, we thought was really simple, because it really is, it's basic internet marketing stuff. But we realized that the majority of network marketers that are coming online, they're just at the beginning. They don't, what's an autoresponder? Right? What's hosting? What is all this stuff? They don't even understand the lingo yet. So we realized that if we're really going to assist network marketers, and this is the thing, I mean, our focus right from the beginning, Brian, and this is what motivates us to do every single action that we take, every decision that we make, it's all focused around how can we assist network marketers, the network marketing reps, to make more money in their business. That's our focus. That's what it has been since the beginning, and it will continue to do so. Our system is not created for corporations. It's not created for the companies. It's created for the reps on the ground, in the trenches, in the field, that are trying to make it happen. And that's what motivates us. That's what drives us to keep moving forward, to help you guys make more money. And honestly, there's nothing that gets me more excited than the stories that we get. And Brian, you see these all the time, from people that have never made a dime in network marketing, never made a dime online, never had any success. Some people who have been in the industry for 5, 6, 10 years. I mean, like myself, I've got the same story, right? And they come online, they come into the system, and it's not overnight success. I mean, let's be honest here. We're not here to hype you guys up. It's not overnight success. It takes work. It takes persistence. It takes effort. But if you stick with it, some of the results that people are having are phenomenal for the first time making money. So that's exciting. All right, so let's move on to the next thing, because we got to get through a lot of this information here. The internet is not a fad, really quickly, okay? The internet is not a fad. We know Facebook, Google, YouTube, massive websites. The amount of traffic that Facebook is getting, 500 million users. I mean, your grandma has a Facebook account, okay? I mean, it's everyone is on Facebook. And actually, Roxana did a fantastic wake-up call this morning. Hopefully you guys missed it. I know there's a couple hundred people there on that call this morning, but I know a lot of you guys weren't, so I'm sorry you missed it. But she shared a great strategy for using offline marketing and integrating Facebook, because everyone has a Facebook account. So leverage that. I mean, if you're a network marketer and you're not using these tools, you are missing out. You're leaving money on the table. It's basically like when they invented the fax machine or the cell phone, and you're the network marketer that says, no, you know, I'm good. I just like talking belly to belly. I'm not going to get into that whole cell phone thing. Right? Yeah, right. Right? Now everyone has a cell phone, okay? And if you were the one that picked it up 10 years later, you missed out on a ton of opportunity. This is the same thing with the internet, okay? The fact is, network marketers will continue to have the same challenges. They're always going to be looking for more prospects. And the internet, 6 billion people worldwide, 500 million users on Facebook alone. I mean, you can't run out of prospects if you know how to use it properly, okay? And also there's the new generation, the younger generation. They want to be on the internet. So let's talk about the place of the internet. Where does the internet fit into your network marketing business? How do you use it? And what is the real power of the internet? So the first thing, of course, is leverage. We talk a lot about leverage in the network marketing industry. It's all about leverage, right? So leverage is a comp plan, okay? Well, what about leverage in your marketing efforts, okay? The internet is incredible for automation. There's so many things that you can automate. This is what I love about it. You can automate your follow-up process. You can automate your presentations. You can automate your qualifying prospects. You can automate your training. There's so many things that you can automate through the tools and the technologies that are available to you. Okay? I could do this presentation to you guys one-on-one in a coffee shop. I could. I could drive around to each one of your houses, the 1,000 people that are on this webinar, and show you this presentation one-on-one. It might be more powerful. Okay? It might be more powerful. However, how long will that take me? How much will I have to spend on gas to get to your house? How many coffees will I have to drink? I mean, that's pretty bad for my health, right? I'm joking here, but guys, seriously. I mean, one-on-ones are powerful. I'm not knocking one-on-ones. But right now, I'm sharing this presentation with 1,000 people. Could you imagine if every single week you could get on a webinar and share your opportunity with 1,000 people instead of driving around to one-on-ones? Okay? That's called leverage. It's automation. This is the power that you have. That's the power that a cell phone gives you. It's the power that email gives you. It's the power that the internet gives you. Really simple stuff. Okay, so automation is one. I got to roll through these. You're automating your follow-up process. We can develop rapport. This is a huge thing, actually, because there's a lot of traditional network marketers that say, well, no, you can't use the internet because this is a relationship-based business, and, you can't build relationships online. Well, all I have to say is Match.com. Match.com. What are the other dating sites out there? Okay, think about that. There's millions of people that are creating relationships through dating sites online. So, of course, you can develop relationships online. The only thing is you have to know how to do that. So that's what we teach here at MLSP. We teach you attraction marketing. We teach you how to develop relationships online so that I can actually build a relationship with somebody without actually speaking to them. So by the time that I've spoken to them, maybe they've watched 5 of my videos, read 7 of my emails, they know so much about me. By the time they get on the phone, they feel like they already know me. I can't tell you how many times somebody has said that. How powerful is that? Okay, let's keep moving on here. And a lot of the power of the internet, leverage. You're able to pre-sell and qualify your prospects, so you're only spending time presenting to people that are qualified. Okay, how many of you guys are sick of some of the objections that we were used to be getting? This is another pyramid scheme. Do I have to invest any money in this? Are you going to pay for my marketing? This kind of stuff. Like, those people would be qualified right out of it. You'd never even speak to them on the phone because your websites can qualify those people. They get rid of them right away. You can filter and sort. Presentations, like we talk about, you can record presentations, send people to recorded webinars, recorded videos. Lots of companies are doing that already, okay? They're on the ball. Group webinars, group presentations. I love what David Wood is doing with the way he's doing in-home meetings. He's in his home in Costa Rica, and he's able to do 4 hotel meetings at the same time through his computer. How powerful is that? That's leverage, okay? You're able to answer objections. You're able to answer questions actually, through leverage, through multimedia, through videos. You can do all of that. You can automate this entire process, okay? And you can also train your team, and a lot of network marketers are leveraging that already. Really powerful. Okay, the next real benefit of the internet, lead generation, okay? This is where the internet excels, lead generation. There's so many different strategies that we teach with MLSP as far as lead generation is concerned. What I love about lead generation and what we've really been focusing on here over the last year is integrating online and offline, okay? Just understand that we want you to be generating leads wherever you go, online and offline. We're going to give you the tools and the training to make sure that you know you've got a plethora of different strategies of how to generate leads. Lead generation should be one of the easiest things. You shouldn't even have to think about it in your business, because honestly, it's one of the simplest things that are involved in building your business. Lead generation should be easy, and if you go through our training, it can be. Okay? So the great thing about the internet is you can have affordable marketing. Facebook, free. YouTube, free. Article marketing, free. All these marketing strategies are free. Okay? You don't have to spend a lot of money. Of course, if you've got money, that's fantastic too. You can leverage your money and generate even more leads. It's got a massive reach. You can connect with people globally. You want to expand internationally? No problem. You can do it through Facebook. You can do it through YouTube. You can do it through Twitter. You can do it through a ton of these different websites. Okay? We've got MLSP members all around the world. We've had people flying into our event from Singapore, Australia, down in South America, from Europe, all over the place. And that's the power of the internet. Of course, efficiency. It's fast and efficient, high volume marketing. It allows you to run the numbers. Okay, you see some of the leads, the numbers of leads that people are generating. We had a Facebook pay-per-click training just a little while ago, 40 to 50 leads a day. A young gentleman that I was speaking with, I think he was up to 135 leads a few days ago in one day. That's 135 leads in one day. Okay, that's a lot of leads. It takes a lot of time to follow up with all those leads. That's the problem that you have when you have too many leads. Now you don't have enough time to follow up with them, but I'm sure you wouldn't mind having that problem, right? And then, of course, automation. You can automate the entire lead generation process, okay? I mean, I speak to some of our leaders, and they're generating 20, 30, 40 leads a day on marketing strategies that they did a year ago. When you do something like article marketing or video marketing, those articles, those videos, guess how long they're out there on the internet? They're out there forever. Okay, it's perpetual lead generation. You put those articles out there, people are going to see them 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the road. They're still coming to your website. You're still generating leads for work that you did 5 years ago. Again, leverage. That's the power. Multiple income streams. This is a huge one. And I really believe, this is one of those unique features of the internet, and it's extremely powerful. And honestly, you wouldn't be able to do it any other way. And the reason that you're able to do it with the strategies that we teach is because it can be automated. It's passive. It doesn't distract or take away from you building your network marketing business, because it's simply integrated into your sales funnel. You integrate these links into your email autoresponder, into your websites, which actually we do for you when you're a member with MLSP. And people click on the links, they check out your resources, they buy a resource because they find it valuable for them, and guess what? You get paid. You did nothing. You did nothing. You're marketing. You're just generating leads. You're just marketing to build your network marketing business, and in the process, you're making money from all the people that say no to your opportunity. Now, that's a unique feature of the internet that has never existed in the network marketing industry. I mean, I am amazed that network marketing companies aren't more excited about that. The funny thing is that they're afraid of that. Network marketing companies are afraid of you promoting affiliate income streams because they think it's going to be distracting. How distracting is it when your marketing is paid for, when your auto ship is paid for every single month? That's exciting. I mean, if I was the owner of a corporation, I'd be kind of excited about that. We're excited because it's part of MLSP. It's going to help you make more money and get you to stay in business. That's what Brian was talking about. Get you to stay in business. It helps you to increase your ROI, which is what it's all about. You're able to profit from more of your prospects, and I already mentioned that. Okay, 90% of your prospects, no matter how good of a closer you are, 90% of your prospects are just not interested. The timing isn't right. Okay, maybe they're already in an opportunity. You know, whatever it is, the timing isn't right. 90% of prospects are going to say no to your opportunity. Wouldn't it be great if you could make some money from them anyway? Wouldn't it be great if you could still develop a relationship, still keep them in your follow-up loop? So when the timing is right, they're ready to sign up. Because of the follow-up processes that we have in place as a company with MLSP, we have members that quit and sign up 3, 4, 6 months down the road because they've checked out everything else online, and they come back and they say, hey, yeah, I've checked everything else out. You guys are the best out there. And we're like, yeah, I know, we know, because we stay ahead of the curve. Thanks for coming back. Come on back. Let's get to work. Okay? How many people have checked us out 2 years ago when we launched and now say, geez, I wish I signed up then. I'm going to get started now, 2 years later because I see you guys aren't going anywhere. No, we're not. Okay, and that's because you're able to maintain those relationships through your follow-up. And, of course, automation, and that just kind of goes in with all of these things. And then finally, recruiting. Brian, I don't know about you, but I've been blown away with some of the numbers that some of our members have been putting up as far as recruiting is concerned. And I honestly feel, I mean, when you've got the high numbers of leads, of lead generation that you've got out there, when you've got the leverage of mass presentations, mass webinars where you can present to a group of 400, 500, 600 people at one time, it's not surprising that we've seen some of the recruiting numbers that we've seen. I mean, some of these guys, the numbers that they're putting up is phenomenal. I was just talking with another gentleman. I think he's over 100 signups in less than 6 months in his company. His first 6 months in the company, 100 signups, and that's not existing, like his existing friends and family or whatever. These are new prospects that he's bringing into his business. And of course, there's David Wood. I mean, I can't even keep up with how many people he sponsors. It's almost ridiculous. The reason for that is, again, you've got the automation in there, but the second reason is you can pre-sell them. The websites help to pre-sell your prospects. So by the time they get to the actual presentation, or they get to the webinar or the conference call, whatever it is, they're already pre-sold. They're highly qualified prospects. You get it, and it's a numbers game. If you can get the lead generation numbers up there on the front end, you're going to have great numbers on the recruiting. Okay? Again, efficiency, automation, leverage. You're going to see these words over and over again. That's really the power of the internet. Okay, before we move on here, Brian, did you want to jump in with any of this stuff?
Well, the only thing I would say is that pre-sale, you mentioned David Wood. You look at, Adam Chandler, Ray Higdon, Tracy Walker. These guys are connectors, and they are putting up phenomenal numbers, and they're, not everyone, especially in the beginning, has that skill. In my experience, Norbert, I was able to get on the phone fairly easily in the beginning, and I did make sales, and I got by, but how much duplication? I wound up completely broke after 3 years. Nobody, I think maybe one person had gotten a sale, had sponsored someone into our company over the course of those 3 years, and that's because they weren't pre-sold. They're basically just, biz op leads. And unless you have that skill, which you can develop, and the Tracy, David, Ray, Adam, as examples, they didn't wake up with that skill set. They developed it over time, but the idea of pre-selling them and, efficiency, giving people what they want, and just basically letting leading with value. In my experience, man, when I flipped the switch and started marketing in that fashion, and my team did the same, that was the power of the internet. Once I really understood, that was the only way to go, and it was a great feeling, man. Be able to pre-sell your prospects before you talk to them. They've seen your videos, they know who you are, like you said earlier. They know you. They feel like they know you, and that's incredibly huge, especially for people.
Absolutely, it's huge. All right, guys, let's move on to the next thing here. The dangers. The danger of the internet. And this is serious. This is some serious stuff here, guys, because we see a lot of people that are dealing with frustration, and this one right here, number one, information overload. Okay, if we were live right now, I would ask you guys to raise your hands on who here has ever felt frustrated dealing with the internet. Okay, setting up your blog, setting up your capture page, integrating your autoresponders, trying to figure out a headline, trying to figure out what to write, what to make a video on, yada, 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 et cetera, okay? Information overload, this is huge. And the big problem here is that I find is the internet is distracting, okay? And for all the network marketing leaders and corporate owners out there who are afraid of the internet, this is the big red flag right here. And for good reason. The majority of network marketers, I think I'm safe to say, the majority of network marketers who come online will deal with overwhelm and information overload. You should prepare all of your prospects. You should prepare all of your team members. You need to educate them about the dangers of the internet. This is critical because they need to know what they're up against. They need to know what's going to happen, and you've got to save them as much time and as much money as you possibly can because, yes, the internet can be a complete drain of not only your time, but also your money. And a big problem with that is that it's very, very distracting. People like to surf. And it happens all the time. It happens to me still to this day, every day. It's just the nature of the internet. You get distracted. You see a little ad, you see a little link, you see a little video, and it takes you down a rabbit path, okay, down a rabbit hole. And next thing you know, you're not in Kansas anymore, okay? And you've pulled out your credit card, and you've just spent $1,000, and you don't even know what you bought, okay? And this happens all the time. I mean, think about it. And especially, I mean, we've seen it. You know, let's be honest. I'm going to be really blunt here. Over the last year, it's gotten a little crazy. I don't think I'm the only one that's seen it because I've heard from other leaders, and I've had this conversation with other people as well. It's gotten a little bit crazy, okay, with the product launches and all of the different people vying for your attention online. Okay, everyone's an attraction marketer out there, and everyone's got something to sell you. Okay, and honestly, it's very distracting. You don't know what to focus on. Chances are you've probably subscribed to a bunch of different lists. Okay, if I would guess, you're probably subscribed to at least 5 to 10 other leaders in the network marketing industry. Now, there's nothing wrong with that because I do that myself to study what other people are doing. There can be something really valuable about that. However, when you're a new person, it's one of the worst things that you can do. Because what you're going to get is you're going to get those 5 to 10 different people are going to be telling you sometimes very different things. You see, there's leaders out there in our little niche that are marketing to you and trying to sell you stuff, but their focus is not really to help you build your network marketing business. Their focus is not really to help you build an organization. Their focus is to sell you more stuff. That's the truth. And you got to be careful with that. You got to warn your team about that. And you've got to know who to listen to and who not to listen to. Okay? Because there is a lot of different information. And the goal of this webinar is, again, to clarify that information so that you can read a product launch that's going to be happening, you know, who knows when, tomorrow probably, next week. There's always one happening. Okay? And you can decide if this is what you should be focusing or not. I actually had another leader, and this happens to me all the time, another leader contacted us and said, hey, there's this product launch for this product happening right now. It looks really awesome. Should I buy it? And I was like, no. Of course, I mean, unless your focus is to build niche websites and do affiliate marketing, but I thought you were doing network marketing. Right? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm doing network marketing. I'm like, well, then don't buy that. It has nothing to do with what you're doing. And this is the problem, is that inexperienced marketers will all of a sudden there's going to be a product launch or they land on some website, there's a hypey sales letter, it looks really good, it looks like they're going to generate a ton of traffic, but it's teaching them how to do CPA marketing, which has nothing to do with building a network marketing business. So it's very, very dangerous, and it's so easy to get sucked in by some of these sales pages and really get led down the wrong path. So our goal here today is to lay out a very simple path for you guys that you can stick to and make sure your team sticks to. so they don't get distracted, so you don't waste your money, so you don't end up buying things that you don't need, okay? Because our business is very unique. The network marketing business model is very, very unique. If you want to learn how to build a network marketing business, I suggest that you get in contact with some of the leaders in our community who are actually building a network marketing business, okay? Don't follow somebody that's just selling you products. If they're not actually focused on building a network marketing business, chances are you probably shouldn't be, focusing all your energy on learning from them. You should pick somebody that's actually achieving the goals that you want to achieve. Follow them. Okay? It's very important to find a good mentor that way. And we have more than you need. We've got some incredible leaders in our community. Those are the people that you want to get connected with. Those are the people that you want to follow. Okay? So, information overload, big danger, critical that you avoid this and you help your teams to avoid this as well. We're going to talk a little bit more about that when we get into the specifics of what you should be focusing on. Okay, second, this is a big one, and this one, Brian, did you want to say anything on that one? Because I know that's a big topic. I could talk on that. I could have a whole webinar on that, but I'd probably get in some trouble.
Yeah, if you actually back up, I think this is a great time just to take another minute to touch on something that's extremely, I guess really the difference between us and other systems and leaders, guys, is we are all about multiple income streams. But this system was designed, and in our opinion, if you're for network marketers, in our opinion, if you're going to play the game of network marketing, affiliate programs are a piece of the pie. But to confuse your list with product launches and cash flow automated systems that, like what Norbert said, help you get niche websites out there, and you can drive traffic to 100 different ClickBank products. Like, are you kidding me? You've got to, if you're going to play network marketing, guys, we recommend affiliate programs are a huge source of income. To be able to make 5, 6, 7, 10 grand a month from tools and trainings that actually help your network marketing team and followers build their network marketing business, that's perfect. That's great. That's what we endorse. But to market or get behind a product, event, service that has nothing to do with helping your list build their network marketing companies, that's just, in our opinion, out of integrity, because new people will, as a leader, to take a stand for something, a product or whatever, fill in the blank, and then you market to your list someone who's brand new, doesn't know any better, but knows you're making X amount of dollars, or you become the leader to them, they're going to go follow down that rabbit hole, and they're going to get lost forever, and they'll never come back. So as a network marketing leader, you've got to be very careful with your list, guys. You've got, really one entity in the business, and it's your name. Once it's in the mud, it is impossible to get out. I've seen it happen many, many times before. Norbert, you briefly touched on this, but can you just go over, in your opinion, the idea of, as a network marketer, to get lost and get behind all this hypey, fluffy stuff that's not only going to not bring you to the road of, the promised land, multiple 5-figure residual check, but get you lost in the process to where they never achieve any success in anything because it's network marketing, it's affiliate marketing, it's ClickBank products. It's just, this is the stuff. This is why we did this webinar, guys. Leave the crap at the door. If you're a network marketer, if you're on this webinar, you got to be very, very gentle and very, very smart about what you're doing. Or you're going to lose a lot of people, and you're going to lose a lot of money in the process. And Norbert, we'd love to hear your ideas on that before you, because I think this is just the perfect slide to touch on that.
Yeah, that's a huge point. I'm glad you brought that up, because I didn't even think about that when I was talking about it. I'm thinking about, I want to make sure you don't get lost in all these different products, but you're absolutely right. As you start building a list, you got to make sure that you're very conscious, very careful about what you choose to promote, because you don't want to get your list and more than that, your team distracted, okay, into different business models. Okay, very critical. I'm really glad you brought that up, Brian, because that is so important. And like you said, it's an integrity thing too. I totally agree. It's an integrity thing. If you're marketing to the network marketing niche, you should be helping them build their network marketing business, because that's what they're there for, and not distracting them with other business models. Okay, so yeah, absolutely, very critical. All right, so moving on. The next big danger with the internet that we've seen, and this has come out of a lot of different conversations with lots of different leaders, lots of different people that have now been building primarily on the internet over the last couple of years. And one of the things that we've really discovered is that duplication is very difficult on the internet. And the reason for that is it actually, we see right there, it's complicated and it's technical. Brian already mentioned that. Okay, the internet is complicated and technical. When we developed the system with MLSP and we had our 10-step getting started process, which is what we originally started with, we've been running with that for 2 years. We thought it was pretty simple, but the majority of new members that came through our system told us it was too complicated. Okay, so we realized, wow, okay, we got to go, we got to go simpler. We got to go right down to the basics. So that means that for the majority of people on your team right now, internet marketing is too complicated. So you would never, ever want to introduce your entire team to internet marketing and say, boom, this is the answer, drop everything else. This is what we got to do to generate leads. I don't care how many leads you're generating yourself, it's never going to duplicate on your team. Not like that. Okay, you need to understand how to use it properly. There is a steep learning curve. I mean, you've heard me say this. If you've been on our webinars, I say this all the time. 6-month learning curve, minimum, just by default. Get ready for it. 6-month learning curve. If you're not ready for that, quit right now. Keep doing what you're doing. 6-month learning curve, minimum. It kills momentum. I misspelled kills there. Sorry about that. I'll have to fix it. It kills momentum. Absolutely kills momentum. You cannot achieve momentum if you've got your whole team coming online. If the first thing they do when they sign up in your business is you hand them MLSP and you tell them to go start marketing and writing articles and creating videos, boom, your momentum's shot. You can get your residual check goodbye. Okay? So duplication is very difficult. We'll teach you how to achieve duplication and where internet fits into that. Okay? But just understand that duplication is not one of the strong points of the internet. And the third one, I threw this in there, no loyalty. We know this about the market online, is there's the quick fix mentality. People are just less connected. You can develop relationships. You can get connected online. Yes, you can do all those things. We believe that. We teach that. Okay? But there's a difference. You look at the big organizations, the big companies that have been around, for 30, 40, 50 years, all the big successful companies, they do it through live events. It builds the community. It builds the loyalty. You just can't do that online. Plus, the market online, the majority of the market online has got that quick fix mentality, right? What's the next big thing? People bounce around from opportunity to opportunity. It's unfortunate. It's awful. You're never going to build a residual check that way. You got to stick with one company and build it. That's the only way to do it. Okay, but unfortunately, that's just the way it is. People come online. There's a new shiny object. Every week, there's a new shiny object, and so you get bounced around. You lose a lot of money. You lose a lot of time, and you get really frustrated. So if I were to say one thing to you guys, take a horse and ride it. That's the only way you're going to really have success in the network marketing industry. Okay, but we need to understand that about the internet market. Okay, those are the 3 big dangers. Brian, anything else before we move on?
A lot of slides. You're doing great.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, because I wanted to do this in 60 minutes, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish it. Okay, coming online, if you're going to build a business online, if you're going to start doing internet marketing and lead generation, you basically have 2 options. Okay? And this is basically 2 schools of thought. You're going to see different teachers in our network marketing niche, and if you saw me, I'm putting quotation marks around that. Different teachers in our network marketing niche, they're going to teach you 2 different things. There's one school of thought that says you got to build it yourself. If you're a network marketer and you want to use internet marketing, you got to build it yourself. You got to build your own websites. You got to build your own blogs. You write your own autoresponders. You got to create your own sales funnels. You got to create your own capture pages. You got to create your own opt-in offers. You got to do everything from scratch. You better learn some HTML, because the only way you're going to have success online is to build your brand and to build your own websites yourself. There's a ton of teachers that are teaching that right now in our niche. They're selling products, selling events, teaching that school of thought. Okay? That's one school of thought. The second school of thought is, no. Leverage replicated systems. Leverage systems. Now, if you're a network marketer, and I told you you had 2 options. You build it yourself, you recreate the wheel, or you leverage a system. As a network marketer, What do you instinctively know is the right thing to do? Okay? Everyone should know the answer to that. All 1,000 people on this webinar should know the answer to that. You leverage systems. Save yourself time, energy, and money, silly. Okay? That's what we know as network marketers. We're not going to recreate the wheel. We're not going to build everything ourselves. We're not going to learn HTML. We're not going to learn copywriting. We're not going to learn video production and video editing. We don't need to know all these things. We're in the network marketing business. We're not in the internet information product selling business or affiliate marketing business, right? So you want to leverage systems. If you can use a website that's already been built for you, if you can use autoresponders that are already written for you, and you can generate just as many leads that are just as high quality leads as if you were to build it all yourself, what would you choose to do? That's a stupid question, okay? Because that's a very simple answer. You leverage systems. We know this, okay? I'm not going to rant on about this because this actually kind of amps me a little bit because I see people in our niche that are teaching option number one. And I believe certain things that I don't want to say on this webinar, but I believe very, very strongly that it is wrong to teach that to network marketers because it's not what your focus should be. Your focus should be on connecting with people and sponsoring them into your company, not sitting behind a computer trying to figure out HTML. Okay? So, Brian, stop me now.
Just to put this in perspective for everyone, guys. I mean, there are a lot of internet marketers that make a ton of money in the network marketing arena, but if you really want to think big and take a look at incomes when we talk about network marketers, I guarantee the top 50 to maybe even 100 incomes in this industry, they might have a blog set up because they paid someone to do it because it takes time that they do not have. Hundreds of millionaires were created in this industry before the advent of the internet, and the guys who are making the $50,000, the $100,000 per month, the majority, if not 99.9% of them, are all offline. And again, they may have some internet sites set up, and I guarantee they did not take months to figure this stuff out and learn HTML and learn cPanel and set up all these autoresponders and websites that connect and things like that. They focus on one thing, and that's building relationships and getting quality talent into their organization, and that's it.
Well said. Beautifully said. Now, as a side note to that, we're not saying that you shouldn't build a blog. We're not saying that you should never learn SEO. Okay? We're not saying these things. Now, what I am saying is that it's definitely not for everyone. Okay? So don't think you have to have a blog. Okay? But we've got some very talented people in our community who are doing incredible things with their blogs and with SEO and with pay-per-click and with creating their own websites and all sort of things. Okay? And that's great once you get to that level, but understand it took them months to get there, okay? And they're also not teaching their entire team to do that, okay? So if that's your, if you start to excel in those things and you find those things come natural to you and you're excited about that and you're generating tons of leads, awesome, do it, run with it, go for it, okay? But we should not be teaching that to our team. We want network marketers to be able to leverage the internet, to use the internet, to connect with people on the internet and leverage systems. Okay, so let's move on. Those are our two options. You obviously know where we stand in that school of thought. Let's talk about the 5 rules to success in network marketing online. And this is really, some of these you'll see are the core principles of building a network marketing business. Okay, I've simply thrown on online there at the end of that because we're talking about using the internet to build your network marketing business. So let's talk about these 5 rules. I'm going to try to go through these real quick. So number 1. This is important, critical, okay? And not all of you, rule number 1, focus on your goal, okay? So what's your goal? What's your goal? Is it A, to build a residual income through network marketing? Is that your goal? Or is B, your goal to build an online business selling services, info products, and affiliate promotions? What's your goal? Okay? Now, you can do both. Because we teach you to do both. We teach you to do affiliate marketing and network marketing. Okay, so understand you can do both, absolutely. Okay, but what's your focus? Take a primary focus. going to determine your course of action. All right? Now, this webinar is focused on the people that want to do A, that want to build a residual income through network marketing. That's what this webinar is focused on. Okay? Because depending on what you choose there, A or B, it's going to simplify your roadmap. It's going to simplify the steps that you need to take. So, if you want to build a network marketing business, if that's why you're here, because you want to generate leads for your network marketing business, you want to build an organization, your plan is very simple. There's no confusion. There should be no confusion. It's a very simple plan, and we're going to go over it here in the next few rules. Okay? If you want to buy, sell info products and you want to create an online business selling services, selling coaching, selling ebooks, promoting affiliate programs, then great. Yes, by all means, absolutely. Learn HTML. Create your own blogs, create your own sales funnels, do all that stuff. Okay? So first, really important thing is focus on your goal. If you've got this clear, then when a product launch happens or you land on a website that's trying to sell you some other deal, you'll be able to pick out, wait a second, this isn't related to my business model. This isn't specific to what my goals are. So this isn't for me. Okay? It really helps you to eliminate a lot of that noise if you're clear on what your goal is. Okay? Very important. So that's your first rule. That's where you start. Rule number 2. Really simple, guys. Grow your network daily. Grow your network daily. Every single day you should be connecting with at least 5 new people. Okay? Listen, we've got some awesome numbers here. We've got people generating 30 to 50 leads a day. We got people generating over 100 leads a day. That is awesome. But you don't need to. You don't need to generate 50 leads. How about start with 5? How about start with just 5 new prospects every single day? Every single one of you on this line, all 1,000 people right now on this line listening to me here today, each of you can go out tomorrow and create 5 new prospects. Connect with 5 new quality people tomorrow. I promise you, if you go outside tomorrow for a few hours, you will bump into at least 3 people. I guarantee it. Okay? And then maybe hop on Facebook for a little bit longer. Go through one of our trainings in our boot camp. For new members, you sign up as a member of MLSP, go through our boot camp. We've got 4 hours of training there that teaches you at least 25 different ways to find prospects. A lead generation should be easy. Get that in your mind. Lead generation is not difficult. To connect with 5 new people every day using offline and online prospecting strategies, all the training that we've got for you guys, it's simple. So why not just focus on that, 5 new people? You can build that up as you progress. Hit 5, great. Now move on to 10 people a day. Great. Now 15 people a day. Great, and build on that. So let's start with 5, okay? So don't get sucked into all the hype, with people trying to sell you products that are going to help you generate 100 leads a day. Okay, you don't need that. Are you connecting with 5 at least? Just connect with 5. Okay, moving on. When starting, we want you to focus on simple, duplicable daily activities that are going to grow your network. We want you to focus on activities that your team could actually do. Activities that you could hand to every single person on your team. Lead generation techniques that you can give to anyone on your team, and they could do it tomorrow. They don't need to set up a blog. They don't need to learn HTML. These are strategies and techniques that they can go out tomorrow and get leads, and we've got all of that in the boot camp for you guys. So when you start as a member of MLSP, you go through our setup. It takes just a few minutes. You go into the boot camp, and we're going to teach you all of these simple, duplicable daily techniques and strategies that will grow your network on a daily basis. Really simple goal, guys. Start with 5 new prospects a day. Rule number 3, expose consistently. No, don't expose your, yeah.
No, sorry, man, just do it. Ray Hankton said just a great quote, and he got it from someone, and it just, that slide is like, it hits home. And, in this industry, guys, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. That's it. And all your movements, your actions, guys, it's not what you can do, because a great prospector can really come in and do things that, a quote-unquote average normal person can't, and he can build a business that way. But for long-term walkaway residual income, which is what this whole presentation and what MLSP is all about, the heart of network marketing, it is not what works for you. It is what duplicates. All right, bye.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Ray. Listen, you need a consistent flow of prospects that are exposed to your opportunity. bottom line. If you're here to build a network marketing business, how many presentations are you doing every week? How many people are you exposing to your opportunity? Whether that's through hotel meetings, house meetings, one-on-ones, online webinars, conference calls, recorded conference calls, DVDs, it doesn't matter. I'm sure your company has a ton of tools that present your opportunity. The number that you should have, that you should check off every single week, is how many people did I have go through my presentation? Okay, whatever you're using, whatever your system is for presenting your opportunity, how many people saw that this week? Okay, and every company is going to, every team, every company is going to have a different number there. You know, some people say 5 presentations a week, some people say 30 presentations a week. Whatever your sponsor tells you, whatever your team, your upline is telling you, go with that, but make sure it's consistent. These are the things that you need to focus on. Okay, as a network marketer, as a beginner coming online on the internet, as a network marketer, these are the things you need to focus on. Don't worry too much about your page rank. Your page rank is not as important as how many people saw your presentation this week. Okay, we need to reassess our priorities, because there's been too much distraction over the last couple of years online. Too many people trying to sell you on things that do not matter to your bottom line as a network marketer. Very important. This is a numbers game, guys, so this is something you need to focus on. Rule number 3. Next, let's go on to rule number 4 here. Generate momentum. This is another topic that we could have a whole training on, and we probably will. We'll bring on some of our top leaders who have got momentum in their teams, and we'll bring them on to teach you guys about momentum, okay? Remember I told you guys earlier, you're not going to build momentum online. You can generate a ton of leads, you can recruit a ton of distributors in a short amount of time, but you're not going to create duplication and momentum online. So you've got to get your new team members started right, okay? What that means is you've got to do exactly what your team is doing. Does that mean I have to contact my warm market? Yes, that's what it means. And that's what it means. That means you need to teach your new people to do the same thing. Okay? Because if you teach your new people to come online because they're afraid to contact their warm market, and that's what those people are teaching their people, you will have no momentum, you will have no duplication, and you will never build a residual income in this industry. Okay? So the getting started process is critical. That's why network marketing companies have been doing it since the beginning of the industry, and they continue to do it right now, and it's honestly the only thing that works at the beginning. But the bottom line is this business is built on your warm market. It doesn't matter if you come online or if you're doing it offline or if you're doing it the traditional way. The network marketing industry is built on your warm market. All we're doing online is we're connecting with strangers and we're bringing them into our warm market. Through the strategies and techniques that we're doing, we're generating relationships, we're developing rapport, we're building trust. Boom, we build them, we basically bring them into our warm market, and then we present them. So you're always going to be doing presentations to your warm market, never to strangers. It's going to increase your conversion. That's why your team and your company tells you to start with your warm market. You're going to have more success. And your new team members, this is the only thing you should be teaching them. MLSP and internet marketing is used for lead generation. That means when you've tapped out your warm market, when you have no more people in your existing network and you need to go out and build your network, you're now in the lead generation phase. That's where internet marketing and MLSP comes in. Not at the beginning. Always start with your existing network. So that's rule number 4. You've got to generate momentum, and that's the only way to do it. Rule number 5. This is the last one, and this is the big one. Building community and loyalty. Again, if you want to build a residual check, that means you need to build a community, and you need to have loyalty on your team. So first of all, you cannot build your entire team from the internet. We already talked about the mindset in this market. In the internet market, the pervasive mindset is the next shiny object, okay, the next hot deal. People jump around all the time. They're not going to stick around for you. So you need to make sure that you're doing both online and offline prospecting. Okay, this is why we have some of the strategies, some of the prospecting strategies, some of the training we've got in the back office on offline marketing. We're putting it in there for a reason, because it's critical that you diversify where your prospects are coming from. Okay? you got to get your team on weekly training calls. Every leader, you got to make sure that you get your team on all the training calls that your company, that your team has. You can also get them on the MLSP training calls. We got some great calls. The daily wake-up call, Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern. You get your team to that call, you get them to commit to that habit. I can almost guarantee you that your check is going to grow. Okay, because you're getting them to commit to a consistent habit. They're learning new skills. They're developing their mindset. Okay, these are very, very important, critical things. And get your team to your companies and MLSPs live events. Okay, critical. In network marketing, an organization is built from event to event. This is an old rule in network marketing. This is what all the leaders know. You build your team from event to event. That's why they have events. They have those big regionals every 90 days. Okay, you build from event to event. And the big question is, how many butts did you get in seats? How many team members do you have at the event? Your check is going to be directly proportionate to how many seats, how many people on your team are at the event. The more people you get at the event, the more money you make. Okay, these are old, steadfast rules. These are the principles of network marketing. If you want to build an organization, you need to understand these rules. Okay, so it's not how many friends you have on Facebook. That's not going to determine your paycheck. It's how many team members do you have at the live event. That's how you measure your success. Really important, we get these priorities straight again, okay, because people are getting confused. And of course, MLSP's live events. Our Live the Dream event, which we're going to be having on an annual basis. The next one in November. Mark your calendars. Free up November. Okay, we don't know the exact date, but just free it up. You got to be there. Those are the 5 rules. Brian, anything on that before we move on?
Excuse me. Yeah, just want to attack a kind of a similar question here that I've seen real quick from what you just covered with these rules here, Norm. Basically, it's about target market. MLSP was, initially designed to not go after friends and family, not touch your warm market. And I just want to be very clear here, guys. We've never actually said, don't go after friends and family, but that was in the same sentence, in the same breath. Don't do those things the wrong way. There's a wrong way and a right way to approach friends and family. And again, guys, we are not against internet marketing. I hope we're being very, very clear here in this presentation. But we do recognize that every network marketing company, there are millionaires and tons of companies. There's literally 7,000 companies out there. Their first step for their networkers is basically to contact friends and family. Now, while I think there's a much smarter way to do it, in the fashion that these company owners tell their distributors to do it in, which is, why we have these prospecting tools. It's kind of, we're not hitting them over the head with a hammer, promoting a business up front. We're giving them some value, right? We're able to now approach, which Norbert will get into in a minute, some of the direction of the MLSP over the next couple of years and why we're able to approach friends and family the right way, giving them some value, But I will say, guys, there is so much money in your existing network. And Norbert, I think it was you, man, who mentioned something on a call earlier. Guys, if I were to go out and start a business, right? If I were to go open a bar, right? Go open a bar. The first people that I would tell would be my friends and family. I'd say, hey guys, I just opened this restaurant and bar. I'm super pumped. You guys come in and check it out, be the first ones. I'm really, really excited about this. You guys can see what I've been working over the last 4 years for, right? That's I don't know why in network marketing, we get, we shrivel up, we get really scared about the idea of approaching friends and family for whatever reason. But, why we built MLSP in these new funnels in this new direction is because there's a way to do it wrong and a way to do it right. And the takeaway here, guys, is that network marketing companies, billions of dollars transferred since the inception of network marketing, since the beginning, and they're onto something. Friends and family and network guys, those are the people who you don't even need to build a rapport with. They already, if you're a good, wholesome person who has some drive and, persistence to them, hopefully some of your network reflects that. Yeah, there's money in there. They should be the first contacts when done correctly. And just want to make that very, very clear. We're not against internet marketing, and we're not against going after friends and family, and we're trying to educate you on how to do it right, and give you not only that, but give you the tools to do it right. And Norbert, if you have any insight, because that was a kind of an underlying theme to a lot of the questions thus far.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at that, because that's sort of the pervasive, the pervasive line that you hear about internet is that, stop chasing your friends and family, and because there's thousands of high quality prospects out there, so no more, you don't have to do that anymore. And let me address that here. That's used as a marketing tactic to tap into people's struggles. Okay, just understand that. Now, you can believe that because it makes you feel more comfortable and it alleviates your fear and discomfort of having to contact your friends and family. Or you can accept the reality of what needs to be done to build a residual income and to generate momentum on your team. Okay? Because the bottom line is, think about the alternative. What's the alternative? You're going to teach your team to do the internet? I've already told you it's not going to work because it's not going to duplicate. You're not going to build a residual income. So you can either accept reality or still live in that comfortable area where maybe you don't have to go out of your comfort zone. Okay? Maybe you won't have to face your fears. Maybe you won't have to grow. Okay? Why are people afraid to approach their friends and family? There's a lot of different reasons. Again, we can have another training on this, and we're already way over time here. So I do want to keep moving on here, but I do want to address this just really, really quickly. People are afraid to approach their friends and family because they're afraid of rejection. You don't want the people closest to you to reject you. And there's lots of different techniques and lots of different strategies of how to do this properly. But the big problem that I think a lot of people have experienced is that we were taught the wrong ways to approach our friends and family. I know that I was, because I've seen the right way to do it and I've seen the wrong way to do it, and I definitely have done it the wrong way in the past, and it's not a lot of fun. And yes, you do have to experience rejection. But guess what? Rejection is a part of this industry. Remember that I said 90% of your prospects are going to say no to you? That includes your warm market. So you got to get comfortable with rejection. I know that you've heard that in this industry before, but it's true. You got to get comfortable with rejection. 90% of your prospects are going to say no. So get comfortable with it. Don't take it personally. Okay? Tapping into your warm market allows you to get through that initial process. That doesn't mean that every one of them has to sign up. The thing is that you can't have any vested interest in it. Okay? If they say no, you can't care about that, because you know that, I've got my warm market. I'm going to start with my existing market because they're the easiest people to connect with right now. I don't have to learn how to put up a blog. Okay? But I know that if they say no, there's 500 million users on Facebook. Okay? I don't need them in my business. And the bottom line is, look, 90% of the people probably don't qualify to work with you. Okay? So chances are that you probably shouldn't be showing your presentation to all of your warm market. Because Aunt Ruth has absolutely no interest in running a business. I mean, she is not an entrepreneur. One of your warm market to your house to show them a presentation. I don't like that strategy, because you know that 90% of them are not qualified to be there to build the business with you. Okay? But you don't know who is. The fact of the matter is more and more people are struggling right now in this economy, and will continue to do so. There is no recovery. It's not getting any better for the near foreseeable future. It's just going to get worse. Okay? You've got a solution at your fingertips that can help some of your friends, your family, some of the people in your existing network to generate some extra income. Trust me, they're looking for other ways. There are a lot of people that are suffering out there right now. They're looking for extra income. And you've got an opportunity. I do believe it's your duty to share that with them. If they choose not to take it, that's fine. No problem. Move on to the next. There's 500 million users on Facebook. Okay? You'll easily find some people that are interested. Let's start with what's easy. And the more important thing on that, guys, is you need duplication on your team. You need to start your team with things that are easy. You can't tell them to go and all of a sudden start setting up Facebook accounts when they've never used Facebook before or whatever, okay? So it's really important that you understand that. Okay, moving on here, because I do want to get through this. So, really quickly, the 5 rules. Focus, know what you're working towards, grow your network daily, expose your presentation consistently, generate momentum, build community, and loyalty. I hope you guys should write those 5 down, put them up on your wall, because it should be like a check mark every single day, okay? Am I focused today? Am I growing my network today? Am I exposing my opportunity today? How's my momentum? How's my duplication? Are my new members getting started properly? And then community, conference calls, and live events. Okay, these are the things that are going to build your residual check. Not how many friends you have on Facebook, not what page rank your blog is. Okay, really important. All right, so let's lay this out for you guys. I really thought I could do this in 60 minutes. I really thought I could, but it's not working out that way, so I apologize. The simple online attraction marketing blueprint. Guys, let's cut through all of the noise out there. Let's cut through all the hype. It is, honestly, we're just a couple of guys. Me and Brian are just a couple of guys. We just run this little thing called MLSP here. There's 1,000 people on this webinar. My hope is that you guys take this message out to the internet and share this with the rest of the struggling online attraction marketers out there. Because there's a simple way to do this. Not as complicated as some people are making it out to be. The simple online attraction marketing blueprint, and realistically, guys, this is a 6 to 12 month plan. Yes, sorry, there's no quick fix here. The internet is not a quick fix. It's not the easy button. I've got one of those easy buttons in my office. It's awesome, but you know what? It doesn't do anything. Okay? So this, unfortunately, is going to take you some time. It's a 6 to 12 month plan, but this is the simple online attraction marketing blueprint. It's really important that you understand that you set your expectations properly. Okay? You're not going to be generating 50 leads by the end of the week. All right? You might not sign any new people up by the end of the month. That's okay. Some of you will. Most of you won't. That's okay. Understand, set your expectations properly, that you're going to go through this process, and at the end of this process, you're going to be a master marketer and a leader in your industry. Okay? So let's move on. Here's the plan. Step number 1, be a student. This is where the whole thing begins. Be a student. You must commit to becoming a student of direct response marketing and attraction marketing. Okay? If you want to master this online attraction marketing thing, step number 1, you must be a student. Okay? Bottom line here is you need to become more valuable. This is what attraction marketing is all about. Okay? If you guys have not read Mike Dillard's Magnetic Sponsoring, you know what? I mean, go and get it. At the end of this webinar, connect with the person who got you here. Ask them to send you a link for that book and buy it. It's $39. If you want to build your business online, I mean, I'm going to assume that's why you're here, because you're on this webinar. So all of you guys are online attraction marketers trying to build your network marketing business on the internet. If that's you, you need to become more valuable. You need to at least read that book, because that's what that book is all about. Become more valuable. Invest more on yourself than you do on your business. That guy, Jim Rohn, he knows a thing or two. That's what he said. That's what we build our business on. That's what we focus on, and it's kind of working for us, okay? So you need to become more valuable. The only way you're going to become more valuable is to be a student. That's where you begin, okay? So that's step number 1. Every one of you needs to begin by being a student. So step number 2 in this process, you're going to be able to provide solutions, okay? Now, where you start, and again, we're taking the new person through this, so some of you are going to be in different levels here. Just understand, some of you are going to be in different levels. Step number 2, we're going to provide solutions now. We're going to begin using replicated attraction marketing style websites. Notice the word replicated in there. This is not the time to create your own websites. Okay? You're still learning. You're a student of attraction marketing. You're not a leader yet. Guess what? If you try to go out at this stage and you spend the next 3 to 6 months developing sales funnels and opt-in offers and writing ebooks, I'm going to promise you one thing. Nobody's going to buy it. Your opt-in rates are going to stink. Why? Because you don't have enough value to offer yet. Okay, don't put the cart in front of the horse, is that what they say? Hey, you got to understand where you're at. At this point, let's just learn some of the basics of marketing, some of the basics of attraction marketing, and leverage the systems that others have created for you. That's the smart thing to do. So begin by using websites that are already created for you, autoresponders that are already written for you. I mean, this was the genius that Mike Dillard came up with when he created magnetic sponsoring 6 years ago. Think about this, guys. This is how attraction marketing started, and it's been totally complicated over the last 3 years. It's been changed into something, to sell more products. Let's be honest. That's what it's been. It's been changed into something to sell more products to struggling network marketers. But the thing that it's turned into is not helping network marketers build their business. So let's go back to the basics. What was it that worked when Mike Dillard came out with magnetic sponsoring 6 years ago? It was a simple, replicated website that provided a solution to a problem that network marketers were facing. Okay? It was a simple, replicated website with an affiliate link. You grabbed the link and you shared the link with people. You generated traffic. You drove traffic to it. You shared the link with people to this replicated site that you didn't make. And guess what? Mike had an autoresponder that followed up with people. But when people put in their name, email address, and phone number, that was now a lead that you could follow up with. And that's how people started building their business with attraction marketing. And tons of people built six-figure incomes doing exactly that, using a replicated website with a pre-built autoresponder, generating leads, and following up with those leads, exposing them to their opportunity. Let's keep it simple. Don't recreate the wheel. Let's go back to what Mike Dillard created 6 years ago. It worked phenomenally, and it continues to work to this day. And there's a ton of people that have tried to complicate this matter just so they can sell more stuff to you. Step number 3. Oh, in the process, yes. So on that note, before we go on to step number 3, for those of you that are MLSP members, some of these websites will be familiar to you. These are the MLSP default system campaigns that we have in our back office. They're replicated websites that are already pre-built, that are ready for you to generate leads with. You grab the link and you share the link. That's it. That's all you need to do. You can put it on a business card. You can put it on a drop card. You can put it on a flyer. You can share with people on Facebook. You can email it to your friends and family. You can email it to networkers that you meet at events. You can email it to people you meet at meetup groups. Should I go on with the tons of different ways that you can use this to generate at least 5 to 10 new prospects every single day? It doesn't get any easier than this. Okay, but don't complicate the process. Use stuff that people have already created for you. The cool thing about these funnels here that we've created, you'll see there's 4 new ones on the right-hand side. Those are new ones that are going to launch in the next couple of days. Our designers and our in-house copywriter, Mr. Brian Finale, they're currently working on developing about another 3 to 4 on top of that. There's going to be about 12 to 15 probably by next week, and we're going to continue adding to these. By the time we're done, there could be 30, 40, 50 of these different types of sales funnels that are specifically targeted to different markets, different individuals, different problems, providing different solutions. And this is all based around the concept of attraction marketing. We want to lead with value, provide training, provide resources, provide solutions to people's problems. They're high-converting websites that you can simply take the link and you share with people. Really simple. Anybody can do it. Yeah, Brian?
Yeah, I just want to throw in, because a couple people are asking about tapping into warm market and things like that, guys. There's going to be some funnels that are completely generic, that actually educate on network marketing, and it's a simple email. There's going to be copy where all you need to do is copy, paste, and you can blast emails and direct friends and family to very non-threatening, I just found this industry, this opportunity, if you're looking for a side income, if you're struggling, guys, which I promise you, if you're not tapped into your warm market in this economy, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So for people who aren't in this industry, that'll be taken care of over the next week and a half, and we'll do a webinar training on how to tap into your warm market the right way, especially on top of a viral inviter. Guys, there's so much stuff going on at corporate headquarters. I wish we could get into that. We're not going to, but all these funnels, just real quickly, imagine, if you are on Facebook, there's 2 of them in there. In fact, the Facebook pay-per-click, these should be coded by within 24 hours for all of our members. who doesn't, if you're on Facebook, you're building a fan page and your friends, and you hopefully they're, somewhat connected to this industry. If you really just offer them a webinar that's going to show them exactly how to get on Facebook, the right time to post the ads, how to get your ads approved, the exact keywords, the ads, the images, everything, who's not going to opt into that? And that ties right into your MLSP system as well as your primary company. So this is the prospecting tool. These are the funnels that we're moving towards, because this is, the most non-threatening lead with value. Don't have to touch anything type of marketing that anyone can come in here and just duplicate. My goodness, there's a gentleman who's getting over 50% conversions with that free Twitter training template, and he's just using Twitter because it doesn't get any more targeted. If they're on Twitter, they're in this industry, free Twitter training, and now this guy's generating X amount of dollars and just basically takes the sales copy from these templates. The guy is getting a 50% opt-in rate from that and is building his business. And that template, which is completely free for our members, has made him a ton of money over the last 3 weeks. So this is the ongoing, these are basically your weapons, guys. You can hand out for free. And like Norbert said, if you're going to meetup groups, my goodness, you can't even begin to fathom how powerful this is. For that green one, that second from the right, start implementing this free 71-minute training to get only recruit leaders into your business. If you're going to meetup groups that are specific network marketing, direct sales, business building, you can send them to any one of these what will be infinite templates just to get value and information. It has nothing to do with pitching, guys. You can use the domains that are back there for each individual one, or you can buy a hosted one and redirect to that. So you can give them a nice clean link and just go to a meetup group and give this website away. It's your website. You get tagged if they take any action, but most importantly, you're giving them value and beginning a relationship. That's at the heart of this webinar. This entire training right now, guys, is building the relationship, right, but tapping into your warm market the right way, creatively, while leading with value and taking all the tech stuff out of the way. Cool. Norbert, go ahead.
Okay, let's move on here. Awesome. I'm glad that you mentioned that. That's huge. I'm glad you're jumping in there, because I'm not seeing the questions, too. I'm not seeing the questions that are coming up. Okay, step 3. Now that we've done that, we've started to use the replicated sites. We're generating some leads. We're getting some wicked opt-in rates, like you mentioned. Okay, we're making some money. Now it's time to personalize. Okay, now you get to the stage where, now you're ready to start personalizing some of these websites or some of these autoresponders. You're getting a little bit more comfortable. You're learning a ton more things. And the timeline here is going to be different for all of you guys. Some of you guys will be ready to personalize after 3 to 4 weeks. Maybe some of you guys won't be ready to personalize for 4 to 6 months. Others will just choose not to personalize because you're having so much success with the replicated site. Okay? So it's really all going to depend on your own personal thing. You got to make those business decisions yourself. So this is where you can start to add your own voice to the email autoresponders. That's probably the first place I would start. If I was going to customize anything, I would start to play around with the email autoresponders, your follow-up. Okay? Because the website is doing its job already. The follow-up is really the important process, and that's where I would put my energy into. If you're going to customize anything, I would customize the email autoresponders. Maybe you're going to start adding video to capture pages. Maybe you're going to create a blog. Maybe you're going to start creating content, videos, articles. Maybe you're going to start posting that content on Facebook, on YouTube, on your blog. Maybe you're going to start getting into that stuff. That is step 3. That's when you start personalizing, okay? Step 4, after that, once you start creating some of that content, you start personalizing some of that stuff, now you're starting to become a trainer. Okay? Now you're beginning to teach and train others. You've been a student for the last several months. You've developed your knowledge. You've built your value. Now you're ready to go out there and start creating some training videos. Okay? Maybe you start posting some training videos on your blog. Maybe you're doing some screen capture tutorials. Maybe you learn some stuff about blogging or Facebook and you want to start teaching other people how to do that. Okay? Maybe you're teaching your team members and you're just going to use those videos, put them on your blog for content. Okay? Now is the time to start hosting conference calls, maybe webinars with your team members. Invite your leads to your private team meetings when you're having webinars. Okay, this is you now moving through the process, starting as a student, learning all this stuff, developing your value, and now starting to put yourself in a position as a trainer and a teacher. Now you're ready to share that value with others. Okay, now you're comfortable doing webinars. You're getting out there, teaching people, training people. Okay, this is when you start moving into that process. And again, the timeline is going to be different for all of you guys. Step 5, leadership. This is the goal that all of you are headed towards, because this is what's going to build you that residual income that you dream of. That's your goal, is you need to develop your leadership, but this is only going to come through time and experience. This is when you're ready to now begin creating your own opt-in offers. So you see a lot of our leaders out there, they've got their own websites, they've got their own opt-in offers, they've got their own capture pages and sales funnels. They started using the replicated stuff, but they've moved through this process. They've developed their leadership qualities. They have so much value to offer that they're now ready to step out on their own, and they're going to create all of this stuff on their own. Now, that doesn't mean you need to learn HTML, because 9 times out of 10, you should just hire somebody to do that stuff for you. I would never design a website myself, because that's not my core competency. That's not where my money-making skills are. Okay? If that's not you, don't do it. Hire somebody to do it. If you can't afford it, then guess what? You're probably skipping ahead a few steps. You're not at this step yet. Okay? You're not at this step yet. Go back and just stick with the replicated sites. Develop your values. Start to make some more money. You're not a leader if you're still struggling to put a few dollars together. You're not a leader yet. So don't try to pretend that you are. Don't fake it till you make it. That's not what attraction marketing is about. Don't fake being an expert if you're not. Okay? We want to teach you how to position yourself properly, but you need to develop your value. That's what this is all about. And this is going to take some time to do. It's not going to happen overnight. You need to understand that. So if somebody's telling you that the only way you're going to have success in network marketing is to go out there and create your own sales funnels, and you're not at this step yet, you're going to waste a ton of time and a ton of money. You're going to be frustrated because nobody's going to opt into your offer. Okay? So it's only when you get to this stage that you're ready to even consider creating your own products, your own ebooks, writing a book, creating video training courses. Now the world is there's no limit to what you can do online. Building your network marketing business and also leveraging, the built online through this process. Okay? This is the step where you can now step out on your own, and that's leadership. Okay? That's it, guys. Those are the 5 simple steps. It's really important that you don't skip those. And I think that's the really important part that we really wanted to get across to you guys, because we see that the confusion, the overwhelm, the frustration that people are having is because they don't have a clear roadmap. They're doing things, they're focusing on things that they shouldn't be focusing on. They're not ready for it yet. And they're being confused by other people that, are telling them different things that aren't really focused on you building your network marketing organization. Okay? Our goal here at MLSP is really simple. Our goal is to assist you in your journey to becoming a master marketer and a true leader. Those are the 2 things that we want you to achieve as a member of MLSP, and you're not going to get it overnight. I already told you, minimum 6-month learning curve to this game. Minimum 6-month learning curve. That doesn't mean it's going to take 6 months for you to make a dime doing attraction marketing online. Some of our members made money within their first week. That's fantastic. That's exciting. That's awesome. But you need to have the right expectations. You're developing new skills. You're learning a new language. We want you to become a master marketer and a true leader in this industry. That's the only way you're going to create a healthy 6 or 7-figure residual income, whatever your goals are. And that's our goal, to assist you with that. The last thing, and this is what we want to leave you guys, and this is a quote from our good friend, Mike Dillard, over at Magnetic Sponsoring. And this is really, I was reading his book as I was preparing this webinar. I went back to that book again, and because that was sort of the quote. It's kind of what started this whole attraction marketing movement online. And this is really the most important part. This is what you need to focus on. Again, the page rank, the number of friends you have on Facebook, a new software tool that comes out tomorrow that's going to, send give you 10,000 backlinks by the end of 24 hours. Those things are irrelevant. This is the only thing that matters. Believing and knowing that you hold true value to other people. This is what gives you the confidence and that abundance mentality that you need in order to be an alpha networker. And all an alpha networker is a leader. You can just replace leader in there. Believing and knowing that you hold true value to other people, that's what's going to give you the confidence and that abundance mentality that you need in order to be an alpha networker, in order to be a leader. Brian? Want to jump in here?
Yep, this is awesome. We still have like 900 people on, almost 2 hours into it, so this is definitely a topic and a subject that is a lot of people are interested in. We've gotten a ton of questions, and just kind of a house cleaning one here, guys. Talking about branding and the new funnels for our members. Right now, you go back there and they're already done. You don't need to touch anything. There will be customization for Platinum members only, where you can definitely put in your own videos. And down the line, there's going to be basically funnels where you can create from scratch and get it. If you're a leader, you understand the internet marketing side of it, you're going to be able to get as creative and as just free reign of everything back there. But with branding and the new funnels, guys, for most of the new people, for me, it took 3 years and then a handful of months to learn attraction marketing. A lot of people wouldn't go through that process, and I don't blame them. So with that in mind, understand, guys, that this whole thing, internet marketing, Norbert touched on it a handful of times, 6 to 12 months to even really get your mind around internet marketing. And now knowing that, and knowing the fact that you've got about a 60 to 90-day window to get a new network marketer in your team a check, or they're going to quit. Why in the world would we want to take someone down the path, down the direction of having to become an internet marketer first, which again takes 6 months at the bare minimum for people who are already, they've done more than just email, right? Well over a year to a handful of years to become a master. Why would we teach people to direct their new team members down that path when really we need to get our team a check within the first 30, 60, 90 days max, or they're going to quit. That is the new direction of MLSP. That is why, there was a question here, Norbert, that a gentleman, and guys, I'm just trying to keep this as clear as possible. Whenever I speak, I see the questions that I want to make sure that we address every possible issue. There's a gentleman who was concerned about, MLSP. I'm kind of confused here. Are you guys saying MLSP doesn't work because, now we're trying to go offline and, go after a warm market? And guys, we couldn't be saying that anything further from that, because MLSP 100%, to have the funnels, this is attraction marketing up front, right? And the MLSP, with the blogging, the SEO, the internet marketing stuff, guys, this is a huge skill to have. And what we are recommending here is that you get in the game today, start making money today with the things that work. I mean, we've blended internet marketing with these new funnels and prospecting tools with the traditional chase after friends and family, but we did it in a non-threatening way where you can't get rejected, right? And as you're doing the things that are going to make you and your team, duplicatable things today, make money today, in that process, you've got access to a 7-figure arsenal back there of internet marketing tactics. Now, start implementing and learning and embracing that stuff as you do the phone thing. But really, that's your only money-making activity in network marketing. So you focus on that. In the interim, you learn some of these internet marketing strategies, so that over the course of a year, you've got, you get the money up front coming in, you get your team excited, you get them checks quickly, and you yourself, give your team also a way to learn internet marketing where it's all under one roof. It's not complicated. They can go and learn essentially any strategy online and offline in one place. So I hope that answers the question and concerns of a handful of people who are kind of, walking away from this webinar thinking that MLSP isn't the way to go. Guys, there couldn't be a more further from the truth in that statement, because it's everything you'd ever want, and now really in the right process with the right focus.
Guys. Yeah, I understood that when we did this webinar, we planned this webinar, we understood that we were going to create a little bit of confusion. Not confusion. What we were going to do is we were going to create a lot of questions, okay? I understand that, and I understand where a lot of you guys are coming from, but here's the thing. We have two choices, okay? We can continue to tell you the things that you want to hear, and we can sell more product and make more money. We can keep doing that. That's okay. I have no problem with that, because we can make a lot of money that way. If we just keep telling you what you want to hear, which is, guess what? You never have to talk to anybody. You never have to pick up the phone. You never have to deal with rejection. All you need to do is sit at your computer, and the money will start just spitting out of your desktop. Okay, we could keep telling you that for the next couple of years, and we could make a lot of money doing that. Okay, or we could decide that no, you know what? We're going to stand up and actually tell you guys what you need to hear. What you need to hear if you want to have success in the network marketing industry. Okay, and that's what we decided to do because that's been our goal since the beginning when we created this. Okay, those are our two options. We decided to take this choice. Look, the bottom line is if you guys remember the presentation, some of you guys, it's been an hour and a half. I know, I wanted to keep it at 60 minutes. It's been an hour and a half, so maybe you forgot the beginning of this presentation. The beginning of this presentation, remember, we talked about the power of the internet. Okay, that's why I started it this way, because I need to be clear here. We're not telling you to abandon internet marketing in any way. Okay, some of you guys are in different levels. You know, if you've already got your blog set up and you're already writing articles and creating video content and generating traffic, that's awesome. We're not telling you to stop doing that. Okay, we just need you to understand that you can't tell your entire team to do that, or you're not going to have any duplication. This is a funny thing, is that it seems like a lot of people, they kind of gravitate to one idea and then they drop everything else. And that's what's happened over the last couple of years. People they've jumped online and they've read all these things about people generating tons of leads and sponsoring tons of people and even getting signups without picking up the phone. And so you get this idea in your head, wow, cool, the internet is the way to go. I don't even have to pick up the phone anymore. And then you drop everything that was working for you before. I mean, I remember I've spoken to leaders who have built six-figure businesses, and they're struggling for the last 3 months on developing a blog and generating traffic. And I said, well, aren't you still doing what worked for you before? And they're like, well, I used to do it the old school way. You know, I'd go out there and I'd make connections, I'd go to networking meetings, and I built a big business doing that. And I'm like, well, aren't you still doing that? And they're like, no, I wanted to do this internet thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? You threw out what was already working to start on something that you know nothing about, so that you're broke now 3 months later? It doesn't make any sense. Guys, don't throw out what's already working. Our intention here is not to confuse you and not to change your direction. If you've got things that are working, please, by all means, don't stop that. Okay? But you need to understand the big picture. We're just trying to save you a lot of time and a lot of money and frustration because we've gone through this process. All right? We've been doing this with MLSP now for 2.5 years, and before that, for the 3 or 4 years that me and Brian personally, but some of our other leaders, even more than that have been in this industry, okay, 2.5 years marketing specifically online with MLSP. We've got a lot of experience. We've discovered what's working and what's not working, and that's what we're sharing here with you guys. And we just need you to understand that what our mission is in the future here is to properly integrate internet marketing and network marketing. Up until this point, it hasn't been properly integrated. Okay, do you guys understand that? We are at the forefront of using internet marketing to build a network marketing business. People have never done this before. 5 years ago, this was never done before. We're doing something that people haven't done before. You know, the leaders in our community, they're at the forefront of this. They're discovering still what's working and what's not working. And we want to share you that. So as we make discoveries, we're teaching you guys, we're sharing you guys, so you don't have to make the mistakes that some of our leaders made 2 years ago, that we made. Okay? We're teaching that to you guys now so we can move forward and so we can properly integrate internet marketing as a tool to build a network marketing business. Okay? That's our goal here. Now, I knew that this was going to raise a lot of questions. So I think, Brian, what we're going to need to do is probably do some sort of a follow-up webinar or something. And so what I'd tell you guys to do is save your questions, because, of course, we're not going to be able to answer them all here today. We got to cut this webinar off right now. We got to end it right now. So please, if you have a question that hasn't been answered, which I know there must be tons of them, please save your questions. We'll get back to the drawing board and we'll schedule a webinar here, and maybe we'll just open it up for Q&A, Brian. I don't know. Maybe we just do that. Open up a Q&A webinar and just let you guys go at it and just answer questions for a good 90 minutes. So save your questions, write them down, bring them back maybe to the next webinar. Maybe we'll just do it next week. and we'll answer all of your questions. Make sure you guys are clear about this, because remember, our mission is to have you guys take this message out there into the industry, especially to the online industry. Because I am tired of seeing network marketers struggle and waste time and waste money doing things that really aren't important to building a network marketing business. Okay? We want to fix that. We want to change that. We want to be on the forefront of integrating internet marketing properly as a tool to build a network marketing business. That's what we're doing. That's our mission. We hope you come for the ride with us. Brian, anything else before we wrap it up? Don't throw out any more questions, because we're gonna have to address them on another webinar.
Yeah, just 1 minute, one question, 1 minute for this one question. There's a ton of comments saying you guys nailed this. You guys are finally taking a stand and saying doing what's right, and amazing information. Thank you for making it so easy, especially with these templates. But there's a gentleman, and guys, again, I just from a teaching standpoint and making sure everything's clear. Chris is asking, but the ad that I actually responded to get into MLSP in the first place talked about basically forgetting the old school way. Now I'm extremely confused, and I just want to spend 1 minute, guys. We are not saying that these templates, guys, this is just basically a bridge. It's a way to attack your warm market in a way where you are still leading with value. Chris, we're not. The question goes on to say trying to backpedal. I'm kind of a little bit upset about the way I got introduced in the MLSP. Chris, we are designing this system and moving it in a direction where basically we're giving networkers a way to market the way that the seven-figure earners in this industry are, with blending online and offline, but doing it in a way where you can go basically leverage value and training that you would never otherwise have access to, and certainly never be able to create in a very timely fashion. Do it right now, the right way. Do it in the process of learning internet marketing, and basically, get your new team making money today so you can start creating the income that you desire. There's a very distinct point there that Chris, and the reason I wanted to address that is because if anyone's thinking that we are turning quote unquote old school way, guys, not entirely. We just realized and recognized what works after 3+ years with this system. We're getting back to basics. We're blending what we know as internet marketers with what seven-figure residual income earners know on the network marketing side, and you're getting the best of both worlds. So Robert, I'm going to end. If you want to touch on that and typo on it, guys, thank you so much. It was a 2-hour jam-packed webinar, just full of value, guys. We're laying it on the table. You're not going to find any system owners or networkers out there with the amount of integrity. Like Norbert said, every move we make, every funnel we make, every system update we create for our members, guys, it's in the intentions of really, really helping you get to the next level. And I really hope that you get what we're trying to do here, the direction we're moving, and you guys will see over the next couple of weeks so much stuff popping up that is going to just complement this webinar. And just thank you for being present, guys. We still have hundreds of people on the line. So I'm going to hand it back to you if you want to touch on anything. Wrap the ball on it, man. And we'll see you guys soon.
And I think I will touch on Chris's comment there just really quickly. We will take questions on another webinar here, guys, so please save your questions. But Chris, if you came in on that website, look, here's the bottom line. That's the way I was introduced to internet marketing as well. Okay, I responded to a very similar website because I had a lot of struggle contacting my warm market. Okay, I didn't like doing it. I tapped out my warm market. My warm market was unresponsive. There was no way that I could build a network marketing business on my warm market. I tapped it out. It was done. Okay, so I had to move on to other things. Chris, if that's your situation, if there's other people on here on the line that are in that situation, and you can't go back to your warm market, you got nothing there, then guess what? You're at the stage where you're ready for lead generation. And that's exactly where internet marketing comes in. So, but just understand, Chris, that that's not going to duplicate on your team. So when you sign up new team members, the first thing you cannot send them to MLSP and tell them to learn internet marketing and then all the problems are solved. They need to understand. You got to plug them into your upline. You got to plug them into your leaders on your team if you want to see some duplication. That's the point that we're trying to drive home here.
Okay, if you've tapped out your warm market and you're looking for new leads, which for a lot of you, that's why you found us. That's why you came here, because you're at the stage where you need leads. You need lead generation. You've tapped out your warm market. That's great. That's our specialty. We can teach you about lead generation. But just understand where duplication comes from. You need to plug those new members into your team and what your team is doing and start them with their existing market. Otherwise, you're never going to get duplication. You're never going to build any momentum. That's what we're trying to drive home here, okay? So, and the fact of the matter is that you don't have to build your business with more market, because you can do internet marketing. Just understand that it's not duplicatable. That's what we're trying to drive home. All right, guys, save your questions, write them down, bring them back to the next webinar. I think we're just going to have to do it next week. I want to thank you guys all for sticking with us here through this. I really, really thought I was going to make it in 60 minutes, but obviously that didn't happen. But I do want to thank you guys for being here. I'm really excited for the next year here in this industry and for what all of us are going to do together, because we can't do it alone. I'm excited for the new leaders that are going to step up, that are going to really run with this concept and revolutionize this industry and really be the leaders at the forefront of integrating internet marketing as a tool in the network marketing industry. I couldn't be more excited for each and every one of you. So thank you again for being here on this webinar. We'll see you on the wake-up calls, and we'll see you on next week's webinar. Look in your inboxes. We'll definitely have a follow-up to this and take all of your questions. All right, everyone, have a phenomenal evening.